Hi, welcome. My name is Melanie Buskin-Dower, and I'm a principal at Rothschild Doino Collaborative. We are an architecture and urban design firm that was selected by the Hartville Lake Community Development to help create a shared vision for the 2-mile stretch of the West Maple Corridor, which is between Kaufman Avenue and the historic downtown Hartville district. Today, I'm going to give you a little introduction and share what we've heard so far. We are really just at the first steps of this process, which is to gather big picture input from the community. This has included business and education leaders, as well as government representatives of Hartville and Lake Township so far. So we are now launching into the public engagement portion of the project. We want to continue to gather information and insight from all, including residents, visitors, and all other stakeholders. We hope that you find this information helpful today and that you will take the time to fill out the surveys found on the website. We hope that you also continue to provide us with the input that we need to develop a shared vision for this West Maple Corridor and the Hartville Lake community. So with that, let's answer the first question, which is a little bit more information on what is the West Maple Corridor, which is really just our focus and our study area for right now. So the West Maple Corridor starts at the Kaufman Avenue roundabout. It includes the roundabout right outside of the Hartville Hardware and Kitchen and Marketplace. It continues on down West Maple Corridor, which is also the 619 corridor. It crosses Market Avenue. It includes sort of the main shopping centers. It includes where Kent Avenue or State Route 43 comes in. And then it ends at the historic downtown Hartville, where Prospect Avenue comes in, crosses the railroad tracks, and continues on. One of the first things we did, and we do with every project, is make sure that we establish project goals. This was based on what we heard from our first steering committee and stakeholder meetings. And basically, this is why we're here. This is what the community would like to see as an outcome of the study. So first goal established was to enhance and unify the corridor's unique character and quality. Secondly, connect the amenities and destinations along the corridor with paths and trails that are accessible and welcoming to all. We want to create a unified experience along the corridor to attract visitors, residents, and businesses to the area. And we want to create opportunities for collaboration that strengthen the corridor and its neighbors. So we can continue to develop these project goals as the project progresses, but for now, these are the launching points of consensus. We will use these goals to evaluate our design guidelines and recommendations that are the ultimate outcome of this process, and ensure that they are all in support of these goals. To kick off the project, we also began with a stakeholder meeting on May 28th, and at that meeting, we asked first, what are the biggest challenges for the corridor? We collected the feedback and created the word cloud that you see here on the screen, which graphically represents the hierarchy of what we heard repeated the most. So said most, we heard that the identity is a challenge here. Though the community is fun, quirky, and quaint, there is no clear community identity or cohesion represented along the 2-mile West Maple Corridor. Secondly, connection is a big challenge with this corridor. Not only connecting across the corridor, but also the lack of continuity of connections along the corridor. Third, we heard concern about the challenge of building consensus, which is a big part of why we're here and focused on this, being a shared vision that's created by all of us. There's also the vehicular focus of the corridor that is a challenge, especially as we begin to consider any other mode of transportation along it. The corridor spans across the Hartville and Lake Township zoning jurisdictions, which can be a challenge, but an important process to consider. And lastly, ensuring that there are available resources for improvements and property maintenance and care, which can be a challenge along the corridor with so many different property owners. The next thing we did at that May 28th stakeholder meeting was we also asked, what are the biggest opportunities along the corridor? Perhaps a response to the lack of identity was the recognition that the corridor and the community has a lot of character to express and build on, which is a great opportunity. There's also an opportunity to attract people to the corridor. There are a lot of interesting and unique places there, and plenty of opportunity to locate and attract more people, businesses, jobs, and/or destinations. There's opportunity to solve the connection problems with clear destinations, parks and other amenities, incorporating new modes of transportation, and focusing on the key nodes and crossings. This could even lead to new opportunities to collaborate, creating new partnerships and relationships that build upon and strengthen the great community that lives, works, and plays along the West Maple Corridor. The last exercise we did at the stakeholder meeting was asking each person to choose one word to describe what they love most about the corridor. We then plugged those words in to create this word cloud. Again, the more the word was repeated, the larger the word got on the page. And I think it becomes a beautiful summary of what the West Maple Corridor is and what we can make sure that we build upon. There's a strong sense and feeling of community here. It is welcoming and friendly. There's a lot of opportunity and potential. There's a small town feel combined with some great regional and local destinations. And ultimately, the shared vision must build upon and strengthen all of these things that we love about the corridor and more. So with that, we want to say thank you for spending this time with us today. We would love to hear more from you, so please tell us your ideas. You can visit this website often, as we will continue to update it with new information, new videos, new content. But for now, if you could just take time to fill out the surveys currently available, you can use the QR code that you see here on the page. You just open up your camera app and it should be able to scan this and automatically link you to the website. If you're in need of a paper copy, please reach out to the HLCD. They can help direct you to where those are located or help to provide you any paper copies you need. And also, if you have any technical difficulties with the QR code, we would be happy to help you out with that as well. So thank you again, and we are really looking forward to receiving all of your feedback. Have a great day.